Namely, we have thus far made this multiplication work, but we multiplied all, for instance, for the cost, we multiplied all the advertising decision numbers with the costs one by one and then added them together. There is actually one formula which does the multiplication automatically and really quickly. Let's write it. Equals sum product equals sum product, parentheses begin, and now all we have to do is we have to insert and click and drag this number of ads. We have the block called C20J20, which begins from C20 and goes on until J20, and we would like to multiply it with the cost numbers. And now comes something new. You see, inside the sum product we want to write two things. One is C20J20 and the other is C15J15. And now we have to write here a semicolon and click and drag until we have all the 15th row selected. And now close parentheses, and as you see, now we have put two different things in the parentheses, C20J20 and C15J15. We want to separate them with semicolon. If function is fed a number of pieces of information, we separate them with semicolon, and then we can just run this command and the result is going to be exactly the same as previously. Okay, let's try to do that nicely now as well. I'm going to click on Control 1 and click on number, say 3 decimal places, and as you can see, this looks exactly the same way. Once again, this cost number is in thousands of dollars, so we just show 3 decimal places and get the correct number of dollars as our final result. Okay, but things are a bit more difficult in case of viewership numbers. We once again write equals sum product, sum of products, in other words. We click and drag on our decision, we put a semicolon between the two, and then we click and drag on the men viewership numbers. And now we have to do something even more complex here. So things are getting quite complex in this second week. And the thing we want to do is we want to click and drag this 20th row. I'm just going to select it. So I'm clicking inside the formula and I'm going to have it selected. And now let's click on F4 and have dollar signs put here as well. So we see $C $20. So this is the beginning of the block with both dollars. Colon $J $20, which is the end of the block with all dollar signs, and then semicolon, and then the other block, which is the upper, the green one. But the green one has to move when we copy things down. The blue one doesn't. So here it is. Let's click on enter, and now we can copy this formula. And as we can see, this green one will start moving down, whereas the blue one will stay in place, and we will have once again calculated all the viewership numbers. It seems that we want 3 decimal places, so let's select it, Control 1, number, 3 decimal places, and here it is. Looks exactly like the previous one. Of course, what's very important here is when we use the sum product, then we can actually multiply together 1,000 of cells if we want to. So the initial way we entered the formula was just for us to really grasp and understand what sum product will do. Okay. Now